Hello, friends and family. I'm here today to tell you about a very peculiar and interesting day that I had. So I woke up at 7 a.m. Everything was okay. Everything was fantastic. It was a little cold outside. 7:30. I go to my car to drive my sister to her university because she has a broken leg. She doesn't have a broken leg, but she's injured right now. She's using a, you know, that. We get to the car. There's ice on the windshield. The windows are kind of foggy on the outside. So what do? We open the windows. Okay? No problemo. Except the passenger side window just decided to not come up. So we drive to her school because, you know, she has classes to attend with the window down, obviously, because we really tried. No, it was not coming up. Maybe wait until there's sun out and see if eventually, like, the humidity and the cold was making the window not come up. I drive off. I park the car next to another old car because the car I'm driving right now is not the car that I had, and it's a very old car, okay? And when I say old car, I mean like an old car. Anyways, everything was chill for a while. 10 a.m. I look outside and the sun is shining brightly. Yeah. And it's beautiful. It's still very cold, but the sun is, yes. I go to the car, okay? The car that I parked next to is still there. I parked strategically so that you would not see that the window was down and like it's two old cars besides each other. You're not gonna think much of it. I go there. I tried the button so much. Nah, this was next to a park, so I just sat down and watched the ducks for like 10 minutes while I did some photosynthesis. Anyways, no big deal. 1 o'clock comes and I need to pick up my sister because she has classes only during the morning today. The window is still down, but it completely sank, so you can't even see a little bit of the glass. I'm driving, I see her, I'm gonna stop the car. When I'm putting the car in first, the freaking thing you put your hand on just comes off. And here's a picture. Okay. Very nice. You know, I placed it, but it's not glued. And you can see by the picture that someone had already glued that once, but I had no idea. But anyways, joystick, more like set stick, since it's not glued. Every time I want to change gears, I need to press down a little bit, or it's just gonna fly off. Goodbye. Anyways, I get home. Time to make a lunch. Yes. I open the kitchen faucet, you know? That's really strange. Why is the water pressure so low? Eventually, it stopped. Oh, we don't have water. We don't have water. Okay. No problemo. I make lunch anyways because I don't need water. The water service place, I call them. They don't pick up. I decide to go there myself and see what's going on because I was a little worried at this time because I paid the water bill 3 days later, okay? There's no way they just cut my water like that. Like, this is not what it's like in the movies. But I needed to make sure, like, and just before I'm out of the door, my cat decided to puke on the floor. Anyways, it's the middle of the day. And my mommy calls me. And not only do I tell her how my day is going, I tell her some things that have happened before. I just remember that I was with my sister and I made like a prediction of something. I have no idea what it was, but it was something like there's gonna be a white car coming in that intersection, and there was a white car. And so I jokingly said, we're gonna have 10,000 euros in our mailbox. Obviously, I said that jokingly. And no, I did not have 10K in my... A couple days after, I was walking at night and I saw a 10 euro bill on the ground. I've never find money like that. That's kind of weird. And why did I say 10K? And this is 10. I mean, it's not 10K, but it's 10. It could be 5 or 20, but it's a 10. You know what I mean? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And at this point, I already told my dad about the 10 euros because I was like, oh my God, I found this. And he's like, that obviously has nothing to do with what's going on. And I'm like, yeah. And then I tell my mom, and my mom is like, that obviously has nothing to do with what's going on, but maybe you should spend that. And I'm like, hey, yo, that makes sense. I'm walking while we're talking. Hey, yo, bars. I get to the building. They call my name. They don't call my name. They call my number because all along you're just another brick in the wall. I just really needed to make sure that it's not because I paid the water bill 3 days later. And she's like, no, we would never do that. You need to not pay it for at least 2 months. There's a malfunction. No one has water there. And I'm like, oh, okay. She gives me a number to call specifically for malfunctions, defects. I don't know the words. You know what I mean? I call it. A man answers. Do you perhaps know when I'm gonna have water again? And he's like, oh, we have no idea. We have no idea how long that's going to take. I walk back home. And while I'm walking home, I see the construction man working in this, and I'm passing them. I'm looking, trying to see their faces, like, does it seem like this is going well? Does it seem like it's not going well? And I just see one of them do this. Opa, está cheio de água, está cheio de água. Anyways, I went to training because she's a track star, she's a runner. I got to the stadium, I WhatsApped my dad because he told me, maybe you could try to take the button out and like mess with the cables. And so, yes, I do indeed take out the button. Maybe you could try to take the button apart and try to clean it. And I'm like, Dad, that sounds really cool, but I need to go to training right now. And I did, and I trained really hard.
Baba Booey.
After that, I was like, maybe it's a good time to spend my 10 euros, you know? So I went to the supermarket. And you know what I bought? Food! I bought food! So now it's 8:30 p.m., obviously.
I called my parents
And asked if eventually they have a car that I can use. And so I looked at my sister, she looked at me, and we was like, let's go home! So I just came to the apartment to check on Nico. Obviously, we didn't take the highway. I took the highway. Take the highway. Can you say that? Maybe, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, we didn't take the highway because I don't know if you remember, but the window is still down. So we chose the rural. We chose the rural road. We chose the rural. I can't say that. We chose the rural road. We chose the rural roads and drove for 1 hour and a half with the window down at night during winter. But hey, it was not raining. It was not that cold, and the heating in the car works very well. Like, it works too well. Like, we saw like 5 churches on the way. You know, we was chilling. Then we got home. I made some food and I went to sleep. And I slept pretty well. We have water and it's working fine. And yeah, that was my... Nico! He doesn't want to come. Yeah, well, that was the story time, I guess.